We hired a young woman named Ada Martinez. And Ada is our program manager for the center. But I want you to know that Ada came to us as a volunteer intern while she was getting her master's degree at Empire State College. And Ada worked for almost a year without making a dime. So we decided what better person than to come on board and do the work of the center. So Ada's going to do a little presentation, talk to you a little bit about what we've been doing. Ms. Ada?
Good morning, brothers and sisters. So I'm here to present the Capital Region Workforce Development Center and kind of give you some background on the things that we have accomplished and the things that we hope to accomplish. This is our mission statement. What we try to focus on with the Capital Region Workforce Development is Policy, Research, Education, and Workforce Development Center. As many of our own union members aren't really sure of the policy issues that are affecting our people, the community people know even less. If we're going to be out there in an army talking about IDA reform and a prevailing rate, we need an army behind us. It can't just be a line of union members. We need our community behind us. And they aren't going to be there fighting with us if they don't know what those policies are and how it affects them. They won't know to go to their legislators and talk about these issues because they don't know what these issues are. So one of the objectives of the center is to educate the community about the issues that don't affect union members but affect all working people. Workforce development. Since we have such limited resources, we really just wanted to focus on one thing. I just want to show you a list of our board members. This clearly shows that it is not just labor on this board, but it is also community members as well. Out of that came the Building Bridges program, which I'll talk about later. This is our vision statement: to create and maintain an environment where labor movement and the rest of the community work together to improve the lives of people in the capital region. And as I mentioned before, our objectives help sustain that vision statement. These are all our community partners. The first maybe 5 months of working on the center, I was out in the community at every event possible to try to recruit people and to help them understand what we're all about and what we're trying to do. And till this day, these people have helped us with the Building Bridges program and other programs that we've been able to establish. And even our fellow legislators we've been fortunate to receive some member item monies as well. Building Bridges. This is a list of all the building trades. I want to enforce the fact that we created this program to create future union members. We wanted to give individuals that live in those communities that are underserved an opportunity to receive the education that they need to be in a job in building trades. This is just a list of all the different locals that we've been working with. Many of our students have been placed in these certain locals. We enforce work readiness skills. When individuals live day by day and they struggle day by day, it is difficult for them to know what next week will bring. They're just focused on tomorrow. And in order to have a solid workforce, they need to understand that they need to look into their future. These things that we have, like our pensions and 401ks, these individuals do not have. They don't know what tomorrow brings. They don't know what a savings is. They don't even know, many of them don't understand that when you have to have a living wage, when you need to sustain a family, you need to show up to work. You need to be on time. So we created this program so that individuals understood the basis of any job, not just getting into the building trades, but this is the basis for any program, work readiness program, that we will put together. So they do go through the work readiness skills. We give them some basic verbal and math to make sure that they're at a certain level of education. SEFQ comes in and does a budgeting piece so that they understand, especially in the construction industry, when you're on the bench, that there are times you're going to learn that you need to save so you do have money on the side. I mentor these individuals, and I do have a group of individuals that help me mentor. And it is literally picking up the phone sometimes at 6 a.m. and helping someone get to their work site. Give them OSHA 10 training, Habitat for Humanity. They are involved in their own communities and do some community work. We've now gotten into the green construction, and we do give them some labor history so they know why we have an 8-hour day. Well, most of us have an 8-hour day. What unions are really all about, because we want to create new union members. When you guys are retired, I don't want to be the only one standing out there. I want an army behind me as well. So I think it's important for people to understand the background and labor history and why unions were created. As I mentioned before, these are just the work readiness skills that each individual goes through: accountability, dependability, going to work, being on time, and being responsible. So this is what workforce development is all about. It's giving individuals the skills that they need and giving them some employment. So they're now going to be working within the next couple months in the South End of Albany doing revitalization projects, and they will be earning a living wage. When these individuals found out that they would be making a living wage, their eyes lit up, and they didn't even really realize what a living wage was. And that goes to show how little to nothing these individuals earn every day. We're able to train 15 people, give them all the skills that they need, and put them to jobs while trying to funnel them through into the building trades. I just want to strongly enforce that this is the pathway out of poverty. It's giving everyone a chance. It's giving them the skills that they need and then putting them to jobs so that they can sustain their families. I want to give a great thank you to the building trades and the trades that have accepted our students into their apprenticeship programs. We've been able to place about 5 students in the Bricklayers Local Number 2. They actually have created a direct entry program so that our students be then funneled into the Bricklayers Local Number 2. There are students that are on the electricians list. There are students that are on the plumbers list. We have an individual who's in the carpenters union, the sheet metal workers. We have 2 individuals. Our first person placed was in the sheet metal workers, and he's a second-year apprentice. He stood in front of the council and spoke about the importance of IDA and how he now has an opportunity to support his family because he is earning a living wage. All the other trades have been very supportive of the Building Bridges program, and that's why this is working. It's working because we have that network and we have that support from them. And I would love to see this kind of program happen in every union so that we can create hardworking people. And this is our step to fighting for Main Street, is giving people the skills and placing them into good jobs. The next project that we're working on is the Green Team. This is all our Green Team partners, community members, WDI, a labor-friendly general contractor. And what we try to do with the Green Team is we take a building that is used or occupied by an organization that affects the community. We go in and weatherize it and have a group of members learn and also be exposed to the actual industry. My call to action is the Green Team weatherization event. It is April 24th on 47 Lark Street. 2 weeks ago we had one down in Franklin, and we had some members from CSCA, we had some members from the Bricklayers, and they proudly wore their shirt representing their union. And it was great to see, the other community members say, oh, the Bricklayers were here, CSCA was here, and they're recognizing us as a union. They're recognizing us as coming into the community. And the only way that we're going to have an army behind us when we need them is if we go into their community as well, and we do some work for them as well. This is our way of fighting for Main Street, and I hope that, so these are the great accomplishments that we've been able to create. In the future, we can work with all the unions, and I can see all of you at community events so that we can work together. One final thing, I do have a quarterly newsletter that are in your packets. This will inform you about everything that we've been doing. There is some information about the Green Team on the back, a lovely thank you letter to the member items that we've received, and just some statistics on who we're serving. Thank you very much.
I just cannot say enough about the dedication of Ada Martinez to the people that she works with on a regular basis. She is a 24/7 girl, and she really is doing an incredible job.